How read English daily? Not because someone told you to, not because it is written in a syllabus, but because every page you touch gently stretches your world a little wider. When you open an English book, article, or even a short paragraph on your phone, you are not just reading words. You are slowly teaching your mind a new rhythm, a new way to see, to feel, to express. Improvement does not come with pressure. It comes with presence. And reading daily is one of the most loving ways you can stay present with your growth. Many young adults feel stuck. They understand English when they listen. They know what they want to say. But when it's time to speak or write, the words hide. This is not a lack of intelligence. This is a lack of exposure. The mind speaks the language it sees every day. If English appears in your life only during exams or interviews, your brain treats it like a stranger. But when you read English daily, even for a few minutes, the language becomes familiar. Familiarity builds comfort. Comfort builds confidence. You don't need big books. You don't need difficult vocabulary. You need consistency. A short story, a simple article, a motivational paragraph, even subtitles, if read with attention. When you read daily, your brain starts recognizing patterns without effort. Sentence structure becomes natural. Grammar stops feeling like a rule book and starts feeling like a flow. This is how children learn languages. Not by memorizing rules, but by seeing them again and again. Sometimes you may feel slow. You may read one paragraph and still not understand everything. That is okay. Growth is not loud. Growth is quiet repetition. Every time you meet a new word and don't understand it, you are not failing. How to be or expanding. You don't have to stop and open a dictionary every time. First, try to feel the meaning from the sentence. Trust your intuition. Later, if you're curious, check the meaning. That curiosity is learning. Fear is not. Reading also gives you something very powerful: thoughts. Many young adults struggle to express themselves, not because they lack language, but because they lack clarity. Reading exposes you to ideas, emotions, experiences you may have never lived, but can deeply relate to. You start finding words for feelings you couldn't explain before. That moment when you say, "This is exactly how I feel," is the moment language becomes yours. Read English daily when you are tired. Read when you feel unmotivated. Read when you feel lost. Let the words carry you for a few minutes. You don't need to understand everything perfectly. Perfection is not the goal. Connection is. When you connect with a line, a sentence, an idea, your mind stays open. And an open mind learns faster than a pressured one. Young adulthood is a time of becoming. You are building your voice, your identity, your confidence. English is not just a subject here. It is a tool, a bridge, a way to access opportunities, people, ideas. When you read English daily, you slowly remove the fear attached to it. Fear is what blocks improvement, not difficulty. The more normal English becomes in your life, the less power fear has over you. Some days you will feel improvement. Some days you won't. Improvement is not always visible. But just like exercise shapes the body quietly, reading shapes the mind silently. One day, you will realize you understood a paragraph without translating it. One day, you will speak a sentence without rehearsing it in your head. One day, you will write something and think, "This sounds right." That day will not come suddenly. It will come because you showed up daily. Do not compare your pace with others. Some people read fast, some slow. Some understand quickly, some need time. Your journey is valid. What matters is that you don't stop. Even 5 minutes a day matters more than 1 hour once a week. Daily contact keeps the language alive in your mind. Read English daily with kindness toward yourself. If your pronunciation is not perfect, if your understanding is incomplete, if your progress feels slow, remind yourself that growth is happening even when you can't measure it. The brain is listening. The brain is adjusting. The brain is learning. Choose content that feels alive to you. If you like motivation, read motivational stories. If you like real life, read simple articles. If you like emotions, read short reflections. When you enjoy what you read, your brain stays engaged. Learning becomes natural, not forced. And remember this deeply. English does not decide your worth. Your effort does. Your courage to try does. Your consistency does. Reading daily is a promise you make to yourself that you will not give up on your growth. That promise, kept every day in small ways, changes everything. So read English daily, slowly, gently, honestly. Let improvement come quietly, 1 page at a time, 1 day at a time, until one day you realize you are no longer trying to improve. You simply are. And when that realization comes, it will feel ordinary, almost invisible. You won't hear drums or applause. You will simply notice that English no longer feels heavy in your mouth or distant in your mind. It will feel like a familiar road you've walked on many times. This is the magic of daily reading. It changes you so quietly that you only notice it when you look back. There will be moments when you feel bored, moments when you feel lazy, moments when your phone feels more attractive than a page of words. That is human. Do not judge yourself in those moments. Just gently return. Even if you read 2 paragraphs, even if you read 1 page, even if you just read a quote and sit with it, returning is more important than doing a lot. Sometimes you may think, I am reading, but I am not speaking. Trust this process. Reading is planting seeds. Speaking is the fruit. You cannot force fruit before its season. When you read daily, your brain stores words, structures, expressions. Later, when you speak, these stored patterns rise naturally. That is why people who read more often speak more smoothly, even if they never practiced speaking loudly. Reading also teaches you patience. In a fast world, patience is a rare strength. You learn to stay with a sentence until it opens its meaning to you. You learn not to panic when you don't understand immediately. This patience slowly enters other parts of your life too. You become calmer during conversations. You become less afraid of making mistakes. And fear leaving your body is the first sign of confidence entering. Young adults often carry invisible pressure. Pressure to succeed. Pressure to be fluent. Pressure to impress. Let reading be the space where you drop that pressure. No one is watching you read. No one is judging your pace. It is just you and the words. That safety matters. Growth happens best in safe spaces. You might come from a background where English was never spoken at home. You might feel late. You might feel behind. Please know this. Language has no age limit. The brain learns at any stage when the heart is willing. You are not late. You are right on time for your journey. As you read daily, you will also notice something beautiful. Your inner voice will slowly change. The way you think, the way you frame ideas, the way you talk to yourself will become clearer. Language shapes thought. When your language becomes clearer, your thoughts become calmer. This is not just about English. This is about mental clarity. There will be days when you read something that touches you deeply, a line that feels written for you, a sentence that gives you courage. Hold those lines close. Read them again. Let them become part of you. This emotional connection makes learning powerful. The brain remembers what the heart feels. If one day you skip reading, do not quit. Do not say, I failed. Say, I paused. And then continue. Discipline is not about never stopping. It is about always returning. Even strong people stumble. What makes them strong is that they don't sit on the ground forever. Reading daily also builds independence. You stop waiting for someone to teach you. You stop depending completely on classes or courses. You realize that you can grow on your own, quietly, consistently. This self-trust is life-changing. When you trust yourself to learn, no door feels permanently closed. And slowly, without announcement, opportunities begin to feel less frightening. An English interview feels manageable. An English conversation feels possible. An English book feels readable. Not perfect, but possible. Possibility is where courage lives. Do not rush the process. Rushing creates anxiety. Anxiety blocks learning. Stay gentle. Stay curious. Stay consistent. Even if progress feels slow, remember that slow growth is strong growth. It lasts. Read English daily not to become someone else, but to express who you already are. Your thoughts deserve words. Your dreams deserve language. Your voice deserves space. Reading gives you that space. One day, someone will say, "Your English is good." Smile, but don't let that be the reason you continue. Continue because you know how far you've come. Continue because reading has become part of who you are. Continue because growth feels good. And if no one notices your effort, let that be okay. The most powerful transformations happen in silence. You don't need permission to improve. You don't need validation to grow. So tonight, tomorrow, and every day after that, open something simple. Read a little. Breathe. Let the words meet you where